My name is Rose Pattenaude. I am an animal keeper here at Safari West. I am actually the lead lemur keeper. It's like a tongue twister. So I actually have been living here my entire life. Didn't know about Safari West at all until I was in college, and one of my friends was asking me, "Oh, you like animals so much, why don't you work at Safari West?" I'm like, well, is that San Francisco? Like, where are we talking here? Because I thought that the closest zoo was actually in San Francisco. We're technically a ranch or a preserve, but you know, in my mind at the time, it was still kind of like that zoo field. They kind of told you, like, you know, maybe you'll get a job, like you volunteer for, you know, a few months or up to 6 months. I think it was at the time, it was 4 hours for 1 day a week. And I was like, okay, that's a long time, like 6 months. That's okay, you know what, whatever, I'll try it. Let's go for it. So I did, and I actually got hired in like 2 months. I've always enjoyed working with animals. I didn't work with exotics when I was younger, but you know, horses, cats, dogs, the normal, you know, animals that a lot of people can kind of relate to. And then I started working here, and I started working with birds. Eventually I moved up to lemurs, and now monkeys. I'm a big cat person. I own 3 cats myself, and so they're the closest animal. I mean, obviously we have like cheetahs and stuff, but you can only do so much with a cheetah, whereas a lemur you can do, you know, a lot of training enrichment stuff. For me, it's that kind of cross between like the monkey and the cat kind of a thing. But they're just very fun, and they're like really excited to see you. I mean, yeah, you're carrying a food bowl most of the time, but a lot of times, like if I'm on here, you know, on my day off or, you know, off my shift or something, and maybe I was doing monkeys that day and I come by, you'll see the lemurs just like, wait, what? Hey, she's here. It's cool to have an animal kind of get excited about you, and they're, you know, they're cuddly and, you know, the normal stuff, why you'd like animals. I do a lot of things outside of work, like I'm always busy. I help out at our local air museum. I'm actually a crew chief of a Russian IL-14 crate. It's the only one in the United States. So I am not a professional. I actually get a lot of help and knowledge from the other museum members that are there, because they were actually, you know, veterans, and they helped out on actual aircraft and were in the military. So I get all my knowledge from them. In high school, we had to do a senior project to graduate, and so I had to spend so many hours, and everyone was kind of doing animal shelters, which is very cool, but I feel like it gets really repetitive. So I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And so I was actually at an air show, our local air show, the Wings Over Wine Country, and I was out there. I was like, I wonder if I can do this. Like, I don't have any knowledge about it, but at least it's something different. So I actually put in over 200 hours just for that project, and I helped restore an A-26 Invader, doing riveting, lots of riveting. You know, that's like the main thing you do on aircraft, because it's taking them out and putting them back in. I got to do my first patch work. That was interesting. So then I actually asked about another airplane that was out there that I've never seen anyone work on. It was a Russian IL-14 crate. And so now I'm the crew chief on that airplane, and so I help kind of maintain it, keep it nice looking, you know, let people in when they need to go in, you know, kind of spread the word about it, talk about the Air Museum. I'm primarily a 1940s pinup. I don't like to say model, because to me it's more than just being a model. I'm just going to say I dress up in the vintage period, but primarily 1940s. So what that means is I go to like events like air shows, veterans events. I wish like more people would just like take time out of their day to, like, you know, not necessarily like make themselves pretty, but like to kind of just be a little different, you know. I'm an artist, so I do paintings, drawings. I actually took some rounds that we actually cut up here. Some of them are from the burned trees from the fire up here, from the Tubbs fire. And I cut those, and the first one they made was a round barn one. And so I make art, so that's anything from like paintings, drawings, wood carvings, round making. I am currently a proud owner of a '66 Mustang, and I am restoring that. It's a very, very long process. The big question I always get is, when is it going to be done? It's never going to be done. Like, why? I'm only 30, I don't want to admit it, but I am. But I have like such a long time to finish it. Like, I don't have a rush. I don't have like a lot of knowledge about working on cars, but it's all about that like experience of doing it. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm never gonna be a car mechanic, like it's fine, but it's that cool, like, oh, I'm working on history, and you get to like help kind of bring something back to life. It's like, I love working with animals, but I mean, I don't know, I kind of just see where life takes me. I don't really have a set plan. I try and get my fingers into everything, even though, you know, a lot of the stuff I do is unpaid, like the pinup stuff and working on airplanes, but that's just my passion. And but I don't know where to go next. I'm just kind of feeling it out as it comes to me.